Welcome to AEM Part 4, Introduction to Bookshare. We will review the services of the Authorized Media Producer, Bookshare. First, let's review the agenda for today's presentation. The first section will be introductory content. In the second section, we will get stuff done. Then, we will conclude with a brief discussion. Bookshare is an authorized media producer established in 2006. Bookshare is an online repository for accessible textbooks. Thanks to a grant from the Office of Special Education Programs in 2007 and again in 2012, Bookshare will continue to provide free membership to any qualified U.S. student or school. Bookshare's mission is worth repeating. Benetech, Bookshare's parent company, is a nonprofit technology company that pursues projects with a strong social rather than financial rate of return on investment. Bookshare has become a leader in the distribution of accessible textbooks to students with disabilities. Bookshare maintains an online repository of over 167,000 accessible titles and growing, and serves over 200,000 members. Bookshare plans to double the number of student memberships from 200,000 to 400,000 by 2017. Bookshare also plans to make available over 200,000 educational titles by 2017. Meeting the qualifications of a print disability is essential for Bookshare membership and IEP teams seeking accessible instructional materials. Later in the presentation, we will review what qualifies as a print disability and who is authorized to provide certification for a print disability. Bookshare provides DAISY digital talking books, DTBs, audio-only formats, Braille ready formats, and NIMAC source materials for K-12 AEM coordinators and school administrators. Bookshare has an optional DAISY format that includes textbook images. This is a great option for a student needing a digital talking book for a textbook with many images that are required to understand the subject. The membership structure for Bookshare includes the individual membership and the organizational membership. The individual membership for students is a great option. It is free. Students can access their account from anywhere in the world, and they can download any book they desire, regardless if it is used in the classroom. The organizational membership is a must-have tool for any school. The membership is free, and a designated person, for example, a special education teacher, manages the account and downloads content for qualifying students in the school. The organizational membership can provide the initial aim to a student on a newly formed IEP. If possible, the long-term goal should be to transition the student and our family to their own individual membership due to the benefits of an individual membership. Currently, application development for phone, mobile devices, tablet, iOS devices, and PC devices are making Bookshare content freely and readily available. This can be a huge benefit for a student. However, use of these apps usually requires an individual membership. To begin a discussion of Bookshare and how a student qualifies for membership, it is important to discuss the Chafee Amendment to the copyright law. Bookshare operates in strict accordance with the Chafee Amendment to the copyright law. The Chafee Amendment of 1996 allows authorized entities to distribute copyrighted materials in a specialized format to individuals with a qualified print disability without violating the copyright law. The Chafee Amendment does not consider a learning disability a qualified print disability. In Module 5, we will review Learning Ally and how Learning Ally does include learning disability as qualifying for membership. A qualified print disability is defined in an Act to Provide Books for the Adult Blind, passed in 1931. The Act established the Library of Congress's National Library Services for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, or NLS. These definitions are used to establish a qualified print disability under the Chafee Amendment as well. This slide is just to highlight that a competent authority is defined by an Act to Provide Books for the Adult Blind of 1931. The list of competent authorities has been updated since 1931, most recently in 1981. Do not worry about all the professions listed as competent authorities here. Bookshare has a tailored list of appropriate authorities that can certify a print disability. It is Bookshare's requirements that we will review in detail. Let's review the requirements for a Bookshare membership. The definition of a qualified print disability is strictly defined, as we discussed. But Bookshare has a slightly expanded scope of professions that can certify a print disability. We are familiar with the three broad categories that define a qualified print disability. I thought I would give an example of a student who would and who would not qualify. A student with a learning disability would not qualify. A student with a learning disability and a qualified reading disability due to a physical limitation would qualify. I have highlighted the appropriate experts that are readily available in the K-12 school system and other memberships that automatically qualify a student for Bookshare membership. Certification of a print disability from a school administrator can result in quicker delivery of AEM to the student. Once again, I have highlighted the appropriate experts that are readily available in the K-12 school system to certify a physical disability. Reading disabilities resulting from a physical disability can be diagnosed by school administrators that have experience working with the student, such as members of the IEP team. Finally, certification of a perceptual disability can come from a variety of appropriate experts. It is important to note that the text of this slide is verbatim from Bookshare's website. You will notice that Bookshare uses different terminology than that used in the Chafee Amendment terminology to represent the third category of qualifying print disability. The Chafee Amendment uses the following terminology to represent the third category of qualified print disability: a severe reading disability that is based on organic dysfunction. Bookshare has added a severe learning disability to this category of qualified print disability. Bookshare also has a wider scope of appropriate experts that can certify a perceptual disability, such as school psychologist, special education teacher, or a learning disability specialist, such as a teacher with this type of certification. Let's review how you register for a Bookshare membership. It is a fairly easy process. To begin the registration process, download the appropriate two forms from Bookshare. You can download the forms at the link provided in the slide. The agreement form will need to be filled in by the individual seeking membership. The proof of disability form will need to be completed by the appropriate expert identified in the preceding discussion. Once the forms are complete, you can submit to Bookshare by mail or fax. Once you have registered for Bookshare, you will be on your way to downloading digital talking books, maybe for the first time. Let's discuss what digital talking books are. What makes a digital talking book so good? Unlike an analog recording, digital media can be indexed, searched, and synchronized with other digital media. Synchronization is what sets digital talking books apart from other digital mediums. The magic takes place via the synchronization media interface language. The playback of digital talking books synchronizes the digital audio with the digital text that appears on the display. The digital audio can be navigated by chapter, section, subsections, and page, and the corresponding digital text and images will appear on the display. There are two leading accessible digital talking book technologies. The group responsible for maintaining the DAISY standard, the DAISY Consortium, works closely with the maintenance organization responsible for the epub standard. DAISY is considered a specialized format for use by people with disabilities. The DAISY standard has also revolutionized the accessibility of the printed book. We will focus our discussion on the DAISY standard as this is the format the authorized media producers of AIM distribute, including Bookshare. EPUB shares many of the accessibility features that DAISY has pioneered. EPUB is an open source standard and has a lot of support in the EPUB ebook market, such as Barnes & Noble's Nook. The success of the DAISY standard is due to its use of web technologies, such as XML, or Extensible Markup Language. XML, based on the same technology as HTML, is a technology used to encode data in a hierarchical structure. You can store almost all data types in this format, such as that used in databases, catalogs, and phone books. With XML, textual information can be nested into elements, which is ideal for representing the structure of a textbook. This nested structure gives the navigability to the DAISY digital talking book. On request, a DAISY player can easily locate content in Chapter 1, Subsection 4, Paragraph 3 on page 43. With a click of the button on the DAISY player, a user can easily advance to the next subsection, which in this scenario would be subsection 5, without the need to perform a search. The magic of the DAISY format is its ability to synchronize the textual information in the XML document with the audio files during playback. As the audio files are being read, the corresponding textual information is displayed, providing a multimodal learning interaction with the instructional material. Finally, the DAISY standard is an international ANSI/NISO standard. There are 3 DAISY digital talking book configurations. A DAISY file can be composed of audio-only files, text-only files, or text and audio files. All 3 configurations provide the same multimodal experience except for the audio-only configuration. This configuration does not include an XML file for textual information storage. Thus, there is no synchronized display of text during playback. The audio-only configuration is mainly used to protect copyrighted material. With an XML file, it is easy to reproduce and redistribute copyrighted material. Learning Ally is one of the very few entities that utilize an audio-only DAISY configuration for distribution. Bookshare provides an audio-only DAISY configuration for compatibility with NLS players. However, Bookshare widely distributes audio and full-text DAISY. EPUB defines a means of representing, packaging, and encoding structured and semantically enhanced web content for distribution in a single file format. EPUB version 2 was largely based on the DAISY standard and used some of the same technologies. The big advantage of using DAISY and XML technology was that content could be stored in a semantic structure file format. Now, with the advent of HTML5 and its inherent semantic structure, content can be stored in the HTML5 format. For example, HTML5 allows content to be structured based on its semantic value by using the following designations: article, aside, section, figure, fig caption, address, heading, and navigation, to name only a few. HTML5 can also store mathematical equations in the MathML format. EPUB is a popular open-source, non-proprietary format for ebook readers. The only holdout is Amazon Kindle devices. It is important to be aware of the EPUB standard, as it might be an option for a student with an ebook reader. A student can download EPUB formatted books from an ebook vendor, such as kobobooks.com. And EPUB 3 has the same accessibility features as DAISY digital talking books. Also, starting in 2013, Bookshare will adopt the EPUB 3 standard and make available a free, web-based EPUB 3 reader system that can be used on any computer with internet access to read Bookshare books. The EPUB reader system is currently called Readium. Bookshare Online. Let's go to www.bookshare.org. After you log in, you are brought to the account member's homepage. From the home page, you have many options, such as account management, textbook search, and download history. Account management features can be accessed from the Members taskbar located in the top left corner. The next slide will review the taskbar. Here is a blown-up image of the taskbar from the Members homepage. There are 7 links from the taskbar that will help you manage and update your account. You will frequent the My History link to view all downloads you have requested and the My Account link to update your account. School administrators will also frequent the My Organization link to update student roster information. After you get your account set up, the process of searching and downloading textbooks from Bookshare is fairly easy. Let's give it a try. Okay, let's begin a textbook search. If you have an internet connection, then you can follow along by going to Bookshare's website. Open your browser and go to www.bookshare.org. Begin a textbook search by typing the title, author, keyword, or ISBN number into the search field, highlighted here by the orange arrow. We will search for a textbook titled Interactive Science. Go ahead and click the search button. The search results page will present the title, author, and copyright of items that match your search criteria. You can filter the search results using the sort order and authors filter at the top of the page. The filter selectors are located above the search results table and indicated above in the picture with the blue circle. There will be a download button to the right side of the search result item. Once you have located the correct item, select the download button to continue, as indicated in the picture above. If you have an organizational account, you will need to identify the student for whom the book is being downloaded. The Select Members page will auto-populate a table with members you have verified as eligible for Bookshare materials. Select the student by clicking on the checkbox next to the student's name, as indicated in the screenshot. You can select as many members as needed for the particular book download. Eligible students can be added to your Bookshare roster by going to the My Organization link on the taskbar. You can choose the download format or set the download format preferences on the Select Members page. Open the drop-down menu on the right side of the Members entry in the Members table. In this example, I have decided to set preferences for this member. The download preferences will be the default download format for all feature downloads performed for this member until the download preference is reset. You have multiple choices for download preferences. When you select the download format as DAISY with images, you will need to set the accompanying settings for the format. For example, you can set the image quality to high or low resolution. If you choose the Braille Ready format, or BRF, for the default download format, then you will need to select the Braille grade, either grade 1 or 2, and the type of Braille Ready format such as refreshable display, 18 to 80 cells wide, or embossed Braille. If you choose audio for the default download format, then you will need to select the type of audio format, either DAISY audio or MP3. When you have finished setting the download preferences for the student, select the OK button at the bottom left. You are now ready to download the book. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click the download button. After selecting the download button on the Select Members page, you will be asked to confirm the book download request. Go ahead and select the download button again. When you confirm the download on the previous page, you will then be taken to the My History page. Your book will be listed atop the recent history listing. Bookshare may take a couple of minutes to process your request. When the book is ready for download, the status of your book will be set to Available. Click on the Available link in the status column to save the book to your computer. If you are using Internet Explorer 9, you will be presented with a notification bar at the bottom of the browser display. Select Save or click the down arrow to open the drop-down display and select Save As, and then choose a location to save your electronic book files. If you do not find your book in the Bookshare library, then you can request Bookshare purchase and convert the book for you at no charge. Unless you are planning months in advance to provide AIM to the student, this option will not be viable. However, this option can be successful for future students who will be enrolled in your class and in need of AIM. If you plan to use the same textbook for the next couple of years, provided a new version of the textbook is not released during this time, go ahead and request Bookshare convert the textbook. Just go to the Contact Us tab on the navigation menu and select Requesting a School Book from My Question is About drop-down menu. In the comment field, indicate the ISBN number, title, and author of the book you want to convert. The request will take about 2 months to process, and Bookshare will email you when the book is ready for download. We are not done yet. We need to deliver the content to the student in a student-ready format. For demonstration purposes, all of the available formats from Bookshare have been downloaded except MP3 audio in the proprietary BKS2 format for the Victor Reader Soft application. You will notice that each download is a zip file with a .zip file name at the end. The file name includes the title of the electronic book and the student's name. The student's name is also embedded in other portions of the download so that Bookshare can track the use of all the files. The name of the downloaded file also includes a description of the requested format preference, such as DAISY with images, DAISY text only, DAISY audio, or BRF. It is important to note that if a downloaded digital talking book is found to have been distributed to the public, Bookshare can identify the originator of the download from the Bookshare website, and that person can be held accountable. If the student is comfortable handling a zip file, then go ahead and deliver the zip file to your student. The student will need to unzip the file and sync to a DAISY player. If you would like to unzip and sync the digital talking book to the student's device, then go ahead and unzip the downloaded zip file. Right-click on the file that you want to extract and select Extract All from the context menu. A dialog box will be displayed. Keep the default settings in the dialog box and the file will be extracted to a new folder in the same location as the zip file. This slide shows the contents of the unzipped DAISY folder. There's more in a DAISY folder than you need to know now. Just keep all the content in the DAISY folder and copy or sync the folder to your portable DAISY player. You can also open your DAISY player software application and select Open from the File menu and navigate to this DAISY folder and upload the DAISY digital talking book. Your DAISY player software will know what to do with all the DAISY content. For management purposes, it would be best to keep all of the DAISY digital talking book contents in a folder on your computer that is designated as DAISY Digital Talking Books Repository. Your DAISY software application can be set to automatically upload any DAISY content that is placed in the designated DAISY repository folder. For those of you who want to know more, the XML document, highlighted in the screenshot, contains all of the textual information for the digital talking book. The SMIL files synchronize the audio with the text and images during playback. You will notice in this DAISY folder that there are no MP3 audio files. This is the type of DAISY called text-only DAISY. The DAISY player application will upload the XML file containing the text and use a synthetic computer voice to create the audio output during playback. Also, you can open the XML document by double-clicking and the digital talking book will open in your default browser. This will appear similar to an online version of the textbook, complete with pictures and page numbers. This is a good option for a student who would like to bypass a DAISY player and use a text-to-speech application available on their computer. A student can zoom in and reflow the text using an internet browser application to view the DAISY content. Here is an example of a digital talking book uploaded with an internet browser, such as Microsoft's Internet Explorer. The text is formatted visually and semantically. A student can navigate the digital text with a text-to-speech application because the text is appropriately marked up, meaning the section heading, the Rocket Boys Move NIH is listed as a section heading in the code. This gives semantic meaning to the digital text, and a text-to-speech application can navigate accordingly. It is also possible to navigate by page number. A BRF file format is a text file with ASCII characters to represent the Braille output by a Braille translator. You can upload a BRF file to a refreshable Braille display or emboss on Braille paper using a Braille translator software application in a Braille embosser. How to listen to a DAISY digital talking book. Here is a list of DAISY playback options. They are free DAISY Reader software from Bookshare, free DAISY Reader software available to anyone, such as Amos from the DAISY Consortium, DAISY compatible hardware players, and DAISY Reader software available for purchase from the Wyoming Institute for Disabilities AEM Clearinghouse. More DAISY playback options. Bookshare offers the audio-only format for playback on a variety of other free technologies. DAISY Audio is compatible with NLS players. MP3 is useful for students who do not have a computer at home. You can select the DAISY audio-only format by setting the download preferences for the student when downloading from Bookshare. The next slide will show where to select the DAISY audio-only format. In the Download Preferences setting dialog box, select DAISY Audio for the default download format. When you select Audio, you will need to specify the audio type, either DAISY Audio or MP3. The MP3 format can be played on almost any digital device capable of audio playback. Bookshare made this option available so students could listen to their digital talking book from almost any device without paying a lot of money. Conclusion. Every school should have a Bookshare organizational membership. Why? Because it is free, offers quick delivery of AIM to the student, access to over 162,000 titles, and it is easy to manage. Thank you. The next AIM training topic will be a review of the services offered by the Authorized Media Producer Learning Ally. See you then. Take care.